Ego whack-a-mole. I don't know if you remember the last time you played the game of whack-a-mole in some sort of amusement park. This is already an amusing presentation I'm giving. And when you play whack-a-mole, you're having to hit these little hippos or moles that are coming out, and just as you hit one, another two pop out, and you hit those two, and then three pop out, and then you hit those three, one of them you miss, another one pops out, and they faster and faster keep appearing, and you can never really get them all. Ego is similar to the game of whack-a-mole. If you're trying to deal with the ego on the level of ego, you just keep whacking it all the time, and you can never whack all these moles that keep popping up. And it's an exhausting process. It could be fun at the beginning, but eventually you realize it's a pointless game that is designed to waste your money and your time and your life energy, unless you're some sort of person that enjoys self-harm, in which case you might be playing the whack-a-mole for the rest of your life and love it. But most people don't like this idea of constantly having to whack something that reappears twice as many times over and doing it faster and faster. This is what happens when people deal with ego at the level of consequence. All these whack-a-moles that keep appearing and reappearing are consequences of underpinning causes that are bringing them into appearance. It's like there is a thing that's pushing the moles out of the holes, and that thing is the cause, the driver, and there are many different moles that appear, and you can never whack all the moles. But if you deal with the underpinning, the shadow cause of all those moles, you can then actually whack all the moles and deal with it once and for all. This is the difference between the Fresh Mind program and other types of therapy that actually are looking at the consequences and not really dealing with the cause. This is the reason why it's so tricky for me to actually explain all the benefits that Fresh Mind program can and does bring to the clients, because there are so many different moles that the client is able to whack in one go by doing Fresh Mind, because they deal with the underpinning cause, their shadow self, their trauma, their impurities, their undiscovered shadow material, which once discovered and sorted out becomes the solution to that whack-a-mole of the ego. And meanwhile, so many people are stuck in dealing with the ego from the ego realm as opposed to from the subconscious shadow or soul levels, which is what we do in the Fresh Mind. So if you're tired of playing ego whack-a-mole with yourself and trying to actually sort yourself out on your own, thinking that you're outsmarting yourself, it doesn't work like that. You need somebody else to guide you through a process, because it's going to be fast, enjoyable, enlightening, clearing, relieving, and an actual solution from the soul that will actually enable you to not have to ever play your own ego whack-a-mole and waste your life energy on it. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, reach out to me and let's talk about Fresh Mind program, or look it up at freshmind.life.